Ladies and gentlemen, you've been there, haven't you? The sleepless nights, the endless questions spinning in your mind. Why did this happen? What did I do wrong? But let me tell you something, the greatest power you have isn't in chasing after someone who left. It's in the bold decision to let them realize exactly what they lost. Because here's the truth, people don't miss what's always chasing them. They miss what they can no longer reach. Right now, you have a choice to stay stuck in the pain or to rise above it and become the version of yourself that commands respect, admiration, and yes, even regret from the one who walked away. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about games. It's about understanding a simple law of life. When you start focusing on yourself, your growth, and your happiness, when you stop needing anyone's approval, something magical happens. You become magnetic, unstoppable. And that's when the tables turn. So, if you're ready to learn how to flip the script, if you're ready to make them realize what they gave up, stick with me. Because today, we're talking about how to make them crawl back, not by chasing them, but by becoming someone they can't help but want. When we face the sting of a breakup, it's natural to want to hold on. Hold on to the memories, the what-ifs, and the hope that somehow things might go back to the way they were. But clinging to what no longer serves you is like gripping a rope that's already frayed. It doesn't save you, it cuts you. The power lies not in holding on, but in letting go. That's the secret to detachment, and it's the most magnetic force you can tap into. Detachment isn't about shutting off your emotions or pretending you don't care. No, it's deeper than that. It's about understanding that your happiness, your worth, and your peace don't depend on another person's presence in your life. Detachment is the radical act of reclaiming your energy and putting it where it belongs, on yourself. When you let go of the need for someone to validate you, something extraordinary happens. You begin to radiate a confidence that's almost impossible to ignore. Detachment frees you from the invisible chains of seeking someone else's approval. It allows you to focus entirely on what makes you stronger, happier, and more fulfilled. And let me tell you, there's nothing more attractive than a person who knows they are whole on their own. Here's the paradox: the moment you stop chasing, you become the person they can't stop thinking about. When you're detached, you're no longer begging for crumbs of affection or attention. Instead, you're standing tall, grounded in your own power, showing the world that you're more than capable of thriving alone if necessary. That energy is magnetic, and trust me, the person who let you go will feel it. But let's be clear, detachment isn't a game you play to win someone back. It's not a trick or a strategy. It's a mindset shift. It's about realizing that you don't need anyone to complete you. You were never half of anything. You've always been whole. Take this time to invest in yourself. Discover what makes you come alive. Pursue those dreams you put on hold. Fill your days with things that bring you joy, not as a distraction, but as a reminder of how vibrant and resilient you are. Detachment isn't the absence of love, it's the presence of self-love. And here's the kicker: when you detach, you're not only letting go of them, you're letting go of the pain, the resentment, and the fear of being alone. You're freeing yourself to attract the kind of love that matches your newfound strength. And maybe, just maybe, the person who let you slip away will see what they've lost. But by then you'll be too busy living your best life to care whether they come crawling back or not, because you found something far more powerful than their approval. You found yourself. Breakups are exhausting, aren't they? They drain your energy, leaving you feeling like a shadow of yourself. It's not just the pain of losing someone, it's the mental and emotional weight of replaying old conversations, overanalyzing what went wrong, and questioning your worth. But here's a truth that will set you free: the energy you're pouring into the past is the same energy you need to build your future. It's time to reclaim it. Reclaiming your energy starts with a choice. A choice to stop fighting battles that no longer serve you. A choice to stop investing your thoughts, your emotions, and your time into someone who's no longer showing up for you. It's not about being bitter or cold. It's about recognizing that your energy is precious, and where you place it determines the quality of your life. Think of your energy like water. If you pour it endlessly into a dry, cracked field, hoping for life to sprout, you'll end up depleted. But if you redirect that same water into fertile soil, into yourself, you'll see something beautiful grow. This is the art of moving on gracefully, taking all that energy you once gave to someone else and turning it inward, using it to heal, to grow, and to thrive. It doesn't mean forgetting the love you shared or pretending it didn't matter. It means honoring it for what it was and letting it go. When you reclaim your energy, you're not erasing your past, you're empowering your present. You're choosing to stop replaying the what-ifs and start asking, what now? Moving on gracefully is not about pretending to be fine when you're hurting. It's about giving yourself permission to feel, to grieve, and then to release. Cry if you need to. Write it all down. But don't let those emotions control you. Acknowledge them, then let them pass. Remember, emotions are like waves. They rise, they crash, but they don't last forever. Reclaiming your energy also means setting boundaries. Stop checking their social media. Stop replaying old text messages. Every time you do, you're handing over your power. Instead, take that energy and invest it in yourself. Hit the gym. Pick up a new hobby. Spend time with people who uplift you. Do things that make you feel alive and remind you of your strength. Here's the magic of reclaiming your energy. It shifts the focus back to you. When you stop chasing someone else, you start attracting something even better: peace, self-love, and clarity. And that peace, that's where your power lies. When you reclaim your energy, you radiate a sense of calm confidence that's magnetic. It's the kind of energy that makes people wonder what's changed. And if the person who walked away notices, that's fine. But don't do it for them. Do it for you. Because the moment you take your energy back is the moment you realize you never needed anyone else to complete you. You were enough all along. When a relationship ends, it often feels like you've lost a part of yourself. You might wonder who you are without them, what life looks like now, and how you'll ever move forward. But here's the secret: no one tells you the greatest version of yourself isn't found in the past or even in another person. It's found within you. And discovering that version is the key to true attraction, not just to others, but to life itself. Heartbreak has a way of shattering illusions, especially the illusion that someone else holds the key to your happiness. The truth is, your happiness and fulfillment have always been yours to create. And now, in the wake of this breakup, you have an opportunity to rebuild not the relationship, but yourself. Finding yourself again begins with embracing the unknown. It's scary to step into a new chapter without a clear roadmap. But this uncertainty is where growth happens. It's in trying new things, meeting new people, and exploring parts of yourself you've neglected that you'll rediscover your spark. Maybe it's picking up that hobby you always wanted to try. Maybe it's traveling to places you've never been. Or maybe it's simply spending time with yourself, learning to enjoy your own company. One of the most attractive qualities a person can have is a sense of purpose and individuality. When you're in touch with who you are, your passions, your strengths, your values, you naturally exude confidence and authenticity. This is what draws people in. But more importantly, this is what keeps you grounded. You're no longer relying on someone else to define you or validate you. You've built a foundation that's unshakable. But finding yourself again isn't just about exploring the external. It's also about looking inward. Breakups often leave us with unresolved emotions: pain, anger, regret. Take the time to sit with those feelings, not to dwell on them, but to understand them. What did this experience teach you about yourself? What patterns do you want to break? What kind of person do you want to become? Healing and self-discovery aren't linear. Some days you'll feel invincible, and other days you'll feel like you're starting over. That's okay. Progress isn't measured by how quickly you move forward, but by your willingness to keep going. As you find yourself again, you'll notice something extraordinary. You'll start to attract opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your true self. This isn't a coincidence. When you're living authentically, you become a magnet for what's meant for you. And if the person who let you go comes back into your orbit, it won't be because you chased them. It'll be because they can't ignore the incredible energy you're radiating. The secret to attraction isn't about looking a certain way or saying the right things. It's about being so in love with your own life that others can't help but be drawn to it. And the best part, you don't need anyone else to complete that journey. Finding yourself again is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world. Letting go, it sounds so simple, doesn't it? Yet in the aftermath of a breakup, it feels like the hardest thing to do. Your mind wants to cling to the memories, the hope, the what-ifs, but holding on doesn't heal you. It keeps you trapped. Letting go, on the other hand, is a power move, a bold declaration that you're choosing yourself over the past. Letting go isn't about pretending you don't care. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional weight of something that's no longer serving you. It's not an act of weakness, it's an act of courage. It's saying, I refuse to let this pain define me. I refuse to stay stuck. Here's the truth: holding on to someone who left, or to a relationship that ended, doesn't bring them back. It only drains your energy. It keeps you tethered to a version of yourself that you've outgrown. Letting go is a decision to stop giving your power away to the past, to regret, to a person who may no longer be thinking about you. But how do you let go? It starts with acceptance. Accept that the relationship, as it was, has run its course. This doesn't mean it wasn't meaningful. It doesn't mean it didn't teach you something valuable. It simply means that it's time to move forward. Acceptance isn't about erasing the past, it's about making peace with it. Next, focus on the present. When you dwell on the past, you rob yourself of the joy and potential that exist in the here and now. What parts of your life have you neglected while holding on? What passions, dreams, or relationships have you put on hold? By pouring your energy into the present, you'll find that the grip of the past begins to loosen. Letting go also requires trust in yourself and trust in life. Trust that what's meant for you will find its way to you, and what's not meant for you will fade away. When you let go, you create space. Space for growth, for new opportunities, and for the love you truly deserve. And here's the paradox: when you let go, you become more powerful. Letting go shifts the dynamic. It sends a clear message to the universe and to anyone watching: I am whole, with or without you. That energy is magnetic. It's confident, calm, and undeniably attractive. People are drawn to those who are unapologetically themselves, who aren't afraid to move forward and live fully. You might think letting go means losing. But in reality, it's the ultimate gain. You gain freedom, clarity, and the strength to rebuild. And if the person who left happens to look back and realize what they've lost, that's fine. But by then, you'll be too focused on your own growth, your own happiness, to care. Letting go isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of a new chapter, one where you're the author, one where you decide what happens next. Radiate confidence, becoming the person they can't resist. After a breakup, it's easy to feel like your confidence has been shattered. You might find yourself questioning your worth, wondering what went wrong, or whether you'll ever feel like yourself again. But here's the truth: confidence isn't about never feeling doubt or pain. It's about embracing your uniqueness, your strength, and your resilience. Confidence is magnetic, and it's the secret to becoming the person they can't resist, not just to them, but to the world. Confidence starts with self-acceptance. It's about owning who you are, flaws and all, and realizing that you don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love or success. You are enough, just as you are. The more you accept yourself, the less power others have to shake your sense of worth. This isn't arrogance, it's the quiet, unshakable belief that you are valuable simply because you exist. When you radiate confidence, you send a powerful message: I am whole, with or without you. This energy is incredibly attractive because it's rooted in independence and self-assurance. People are naturally drawn to those who know their worth and aren't afraid to stand tall in it. So, how do you build this confidence? Start by investing in yourself. Focus on your passions, your goals, and the things that bring you joy. When you're engaged in activities that light you up, your energy becomes contagious. This isn't about trying to impress anyone else, it's about showing up for yourself in a way that feels authentic and fulfilling. Physical confidence matters too. Take care of your body, not to conform to anyone else's standards, but because it's an act of self-love. exercise, eat well, and wear clothes that make you feel good about yourself. When you feel strong and healthy, it naturally boosts your confidence and the way you carry yourself. But the most powerful aspect of confidence is your mindset. Breakups can make you feel small, but they're also an opportunity to reclaim your power. Remind yourself of all the things you've overcome in the past. You're still here, still standing, and that says a lot about your strength. Confidence grows when you recognize your own resilience. Another key to radiating confidence is mastering your emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing them, it means owning them. If you're hurt, allow yourself to feel it. If you're angry, channel that energy into something productive. Confidence comes from knowing you can face life's challenges and still come out stronger. And here's the paradox: when you focus on building your own confidence and living your best life, you stop worrying about whether someone else notices. But that's precisely when they do. Confidence doesn't chase, it attracts. When you radiate self-assurance, you become the person they can't stop thinking about, not because you need them, but because you've shown that you're perfectly fine on your own. At the end of the day, confidence isn't just about getting someone back. It's about realizing you never needed them to begin with. True confidence is living in your truths, standing in your power, and knowing that the best is yet to come. Love is a paradox. It thrives in connection but suffocates in desperation. When a relationship ends, the instinct is often to hold on tightly, to plead, to persuade, to prove your worth. But in love, as in life, the tighter you grip, the more it slips away. True freedom, the willingness to let go, is the very thing that draws love back. Freedom in love is not about pretending you don't care. It's about releasing the need to control, to fix, or to cling. It's recognizing that love, at its best, isn't forced. It flows naturally, rooted in mutual respect, admiration, and the ability to choose one another freely. When you let go, you signal that you respect their choice, even if it hurts. That act alone shows a depth of confidence and maturity that is undeniably attractive. The paradox is this: letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means shifting your focus from them to yourself. It's about living in a way that honors your own growth and happiness. When you're no longer chasing someone who's pulled away, you reclaim your energy. You rediscover your passions, your purpose, and the unique qualities that make you, you. And in doing so, you become magnetic, not because you're trying to win them back, but because you're embodying your best self. Freedom in love also means accepting uncertainty. It's scary to let go because it feels like losing control. But here's the truth: you never had control over their feelings or their choices. The only control you have is over your own actions and mindset. When you release the need to control the outcome, you create space for something better, whether it's their return or the arrival of a love that aligns with who you're becoming. Letting go also liberates you from fear, the fear of being alone, of not being enough, or of never finding love again. When you face those fears head on, you discover something incredible: they don't define you. You're stronger than your fears, and you're capable of building a life that fulfills you, with or without someone else by your side. Here's the beauty of the paradox: when you stop chasing, you shift the dynamic. You show that your happiness isn't dependent on anyone else. This energy, calm, confident, self-assured, is magnetic. It's the kind of energy that makes them stop and take notice. They start to wonder what's changed, why you're no longer seeking their attention. And in that wondering, a spark is reignited. But here's the most important part: by the time they come back, you might not even want them anymore. Because in your freedom, you've grown. You've seen your worth. You've realized that love isn't about holding on, it's about mutual respect, trust, and the ability to let go when necessary. True freedom isn't just about attracting them back. It's about becoming the person who no longer needs them to feel whole. And that freedom, it's the ultimate power in love and in life. Breakups can feel like emotional chaos, a storm of anger, sadness, confusion, and regret. It's tempting to let these emotions take control, dictating how you act and feel. But here's the truth: emotions are powerful. And when you learn to master them, they become your greatest strength. Turning pain into strength isn't about suppressing how you feel, it's about using those feelings as fuel to rebuild yourself into someone even stronger. The first step to mastering your emotions is to acknowledge them. Pretending you're fine when you're not only prolongs the pain. Let yourself feel it, whether it's sadness, anger, or frustration. Cry if you need to. Journal your thoughts. Speak to a trusted friend or counselor. Emotions demand to be felt, and allowing yourself to process them is the first step to gaining control. But here's the key: don't stay stuck in those emotions. A breakup can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't define you. Once you've acknowledged your pain, decide to take back your power. Shift your focus from what happened to what you can do now. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Pain, when faced directly, becomes a powerful teacher. It shows you your resilience, your strength, and your capacity to heal. One of the most transformative ways to turn pain into strength is to channel it into action. Use your emotions as motivation to improve yourself. Start working on your physical health, not to prove anything to anyone else, but because it reminds you of your inner power. Explore hobbies or passions you've put aside. Set new goals that excite you. Every step you take toward bettering yourself is a step away from the pain and toward a brighter future. Mastering your emotions also means resisting the urge to act impulsively. Breakups often trigger reactions we later regret, sending angry texts, stalking their social media, or trying to make them jealous. These actions only give your emotions control over you. Instead, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, does this action align with the person I want to become? Responding with patience and grace, even when it's hard, is a sign of true strength. Another way to regain emotional mastery is to practice gratitude. It might seem impossible to feel grateful after a breakup, but there's always something to be thankful for. Maybe it's the lessons the relationship taught you. Maybe it's the people who support you or the opportunities ahead. Gratitude shifts your perspective, reminding you that life is full of beauty and possibilities, even after heartbreak. Finally, remember that mastering your emotions is a journey. There will be good days and bad days, and that's okay. Each time you choose to rise above the pain, you're building a stronger, wiser version of yourself. You're showing the world and yourself that you're not defined by what happened to you. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. When you choose to master your emotions, you reclaim your power. And that strength, it's unshakable. It's what makes you unstoppable. After a breakup, the line between caring and letting go can feel blurred. You want to move on, but part of you still holds on to the memories, the feelings, and maybe even the hope. The concept of detachment often gets misunderstood. It's not about shutting off your emotions or pretending you don't care. It's about finding freedom from the emotional turmoil, the endless overthinking, and the hold someone else has over your happiness. Detachment is the path to reclaiming your inner peace. Detachment begins with understanding that you can care about someone without letting them control your emotional state. It's about releasing the need to fix, change, or control the situation. When you detach, you accept that the relationship has ended and that you can still value it for what it was without clinging to it. This acceptance doesn't erase the pain, but it lightens the load, allowing you to move forward without the constant weight of what-ifs. A powerful part of detachment is shifting your focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. In a relationship, it's easy to rely on your partner to make you feel loved, secure, or happy. When that's gone, you might feel empty, as if a part of you is missing. Detachment helps you realize that the love and security you seek must come from within. You are your own source of happiness, and no one can take that away from you. Practicing detachment requires setting boundaries not just with the other person, but with yourself. Stop checking their social media. Stop replaying old conversations. These actions keep you tethered to the past and prevent you from healing. Instead, use that energy to focus on your growth. Rediscover the things that make you feel alive. Invest in your passions, your health, and your dreams. Detachment isn't about shutting them out, it's about letting yourself in. Detachment also involves cultivating mindfulness. The mind has a habit of clinging to pain, replaying hurtful moments, and projecting fears onto the future. Mindfulness teaches you to stay present. Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about what's next, focus on the now. Take a deep breath. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Remind yourself that you are here, alive and capable of creating a beautiful future, regardless of what happened. Here's the paradox: when you detach, you become more attractive, not just to your ex, but to everyone around you. Detachment radiates confidence and self-assurance. It shows that you're not dependent on anyone else for your sense of self-worth. This energy is magnetic because it's rare and empowering. But detachment isn't about winning someone back. It's about winning yourself back. It's about choosing peace over chaos, freedom over fear, and self-love over longing. It's about realizing that you are whole, complete, and capable of thriving on your own. Detachment is not the absence of love, it's the presence of self-respect. And with self-respect comes a power that no breakup can ever take away from you.